Okay, we're back. Had to take a short break there. I was doing some editing and I forgot to put the camera on pause. So we have one like 13-minute segment for part 3. I just wanted to show you this as I was setting this up. These are string shapes, short barred pattern stacks. The individual string shapes are S1 is an individual string there. There's the C, the G, the D, the A, the E, the C, the G, the D, the A. These are in fifths. The fifth of C is G, the fifth of G is D, the fifth of D is A, the fifth of A is E, but the fifth of E goes to C for that A minor interval there. And C goes to E when we're going in fourths. The fourth of E is A, the fourth of A is D, the fourth of D is G, the fourth of G is C, but the fourth of C is E in string shapes for that major third. Okay, so C to E, 1, 4, 5 is C shape, E shape, G shape. Okay, and when we're on the E in the E box, 1, 4, 5 is E shape, A shape, C shape. So remember, 1, 4, 5 is the fourth is down below it. The fourth is E shapes the A shape. Okay, because we're going down the strings, and above it in strings is the fifth. So E, A, C. There's the A minor. Okay, in the E box. In the C box, we have C, the fourth is E, and the fifth is G. There's C major. Okay, don't want to do Blue Danube because I have to keep the inversion straight for the demonstration. So these are the string shapes. Okay, and everything else is 1, 4, 5. So G, the fourth would be the string shape underneath it, or the string underneath it, and the fifth would be the string above it. Okay, so that's why we go around in fifths one way, and around in fourths in a circle of fifths. So that's just a little review. I've got these guys over here. Okay, so now let's look at the behavior of C in the long pattern. Now remember, we don't have to play the long pattern in C. What is the long pattern? The long pattern is if we're playing against a capo or the fret nut. Let's say this is both. Okay, this is both. Okay, it's a capo on my guitar, it's a fret nut on your guitar. So it's okay to play the C long pattern let's try that again. The normal C short pattern, we can play it, is what it is. So, but we can also play the long pattern. You can always play the long pattern whenever you want to. Okay, so let's see where that long pattern gets invoked in the C box. Okay, I brought a long pattern stack onto the picture. So, like I say, with the C box here, here's C here. Okay, we would start, I guess we'll have to zoom in a little bit. We would start on the C, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 root, 2, 3, 4. Then we could go into the long pattern, because remember, this is the long pattern stack, not the short pattern stack. So it'd be 5, 6, 7, root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll be starting in a C shape and moving on to the next caged letter shape when we finish the pattern in an A shape. And by the way, talking about inversions, if we start 3-5 root, which is first inversion, and we end with the A cage, which is the 5 there, and by the way, whether we do the long pattern or we go back to open strings, it's the same inversion. So the inversion on the A cage would be 5, we just go backwards here, 5 root 3. Okay, so we're starting in 3-5 root, and we're ending in 3 5. We're ending in root 3, 5, sorry. Here's your A cage going backwards in inversions 5, 3 root. So we're ending in root. We're starting the C cage in first inversion and ending in root. We've added 2 inversions, likely because of the it could be because of the 2-string interval with C. Okay, the behavior of the long pattern might be similar because we've got the 2-string interval here, and I said about that open string would be this 3 and this 3. So it's like we're adding 2 because we're in the C box, adding where we have top and bottom string has two notes per string shape, but additionally going into the A cage without the 2-note string shape, although we have this big long one here, that's a 2-note string shape. So we're going to add 2 inversions from first inversion to root 3, 5. Okay, and if you wanted to go to this open string, it'd be easier at root 3, 5. So it's the same thing. So let's see if that checks with the chart. In the C box, this is the C box here. I put the labels on the other side too. Start in 3, 5 root, add 2 inversions, and in root 3, 5. So this is what, and why do we do this? Why are we doing this? Because we want to play triads. And the long patterns are a little harder, but I just wanted to show you that, remember, a long pattern is going to play into the next short pattern. And if you're impatient, you can just take the the shortest path to get to that second pattern. Now, you don't want to start on the second pattern from the get-go, because then you can't use open strings. You're in this box, Now, the tricky thing about the C is you don't need the long pattern, so you're just doing it as an exercise, Okay, if we were doing a pentatonic, the pentatonic for the C is like, you get another note there. That's the long pentatonic. it's just 3 root 2, 3, 5, 6 with the long pattern there. This is the long pattern here. So here's our long pentatonic pattern. I'll just draw it. I'll just outline it here. This is a long pentatonic. So what did we just do? We just started on C down here. Here's our 6 strings. And we could do pentatonic 3, 5 root, 6 root, 2, 3. So that's the short pattern pentatonic. And in C, you could just do that, then 5, 6. Then root 2, but these would be warped over, so that root's going to be over here. Okay, it's going to be root 2, 5, 6 kind of thing. Yeah, how does that work? Okay, in any case, we're going to play the long pentatonic. Let's not do the short pentatonic because we have the long pentatonic diagram up there. You know what I'm saying? I can put a diagram in my head, but I won't be looking at what we have on the screen. So you can play the long pentatonic. There's your 6 strings. I'll show you what happens, just to be for people who might feel a little confused. What we did in this instance here was, on the top 2 strings, the G, the B, and the E top string there, warped this over. Okay, so we warped that over. This we weren't looking at, and we weren't looking at the E. That is what I just played. Okay, so the question was, how do you superimpose a short pattern onto this? It would be 7 root 2, 3, 4, 5. So your C box would essentially be right here.